welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top stories first. Desam organizes one-day discussion on water scarcity. Experts blame mismanagement of water policy for water scarcity in state. The news in detail. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, Desam, organized a one-day discussion on problems of water scarcity in Manipur and remedial measures at the MDU hall today. Experts who spoke at the discussion unequivocally agreed that the water scarcity in a state like Manipur, where water is naturally available in plenty, arose out of mismanagement of water policy or lack of an effective water policy. Research Officer of Environment Dr. T. Brajakumar, Professor N. Rajmohan of MU, former Head of Botany DM College of Science Dr. H. Nandiram, Science Writer G. Tomba Sharma, and Editor of Kangla Lanpung, Ningthauja Lancha were the main speakers at the discussion. The speakers opined that one of the main causes of water scarcity in Manipur is widespread deforestation and disappearance of water bodies in Manipur. Dr. H. Nandiram said, Manipur was once a water-abundant land. There are many examples and proofs that the valley of Manipur was once inundated. There were about 45 lakes in the valley. But at present, there are only 5 lakes left. Out of these 5 lakes too, only 3 have perpetual water. Among the rivers that flow through the valley, Thaubal River is the only river that has water stream throughout the year. This clearly indicates that there has been deforestation in the areas of the source and the catchment areas of the rivers. Besides, in a state where there is plenty of water during the rainy season, occurrence of water scarcity means there is complete lack of water management or mismanagement of water policy on part of the government. Like in the past, it needs to create water bodies. Even for the UN, there is a mandate that in every nation, 1/3 of the whole land areas of the country should be made forest areas. If this mandate is followed to the letter and spirit, there will never be water scarcity in Manipur. Another means of avoiding water problem is using underground water. However, considering the life of the future generations, using underground water may be considered as an unforgivable crime. Therefore, it would be the best to give up the thought of using underground water, the speakers opined. Some unknown miscreants have mercilessly beaten up the driver of a winger carrying 6 students and guardians of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Mau, at Senapati on April 30. The driver has been identified as Vairopam Romesh, 24, son of late Ranjit of Yumnam Patlau. The incident occurred around 4 p.m. that day when he was returning to Imphal with the students. 5 men coming in a black Alto car bearing registration number NL074440 stopped him when he crossed Lairo in Senapati district. Romesh did not stop his vehicle on suspicion, but the car chased him and caught him near Karong Bridge. They took him to Senapati and beat him up. The miscreants asked the owner of the winger to come with rupees 10,000. Morning Star Club Yumnam Patlau has condemned the assault on Ramesh. Secretary of the club Athopam Thoiba appealed to the people not to repeat such assault on the travellers on the national highway in future.
ING yawan ningi doina na masigi matangda government ki side gi masida ING bu enforce tawa yana pun da masigi daita simuna lawani.
A dead body was found at the Shulab complex near Ima Market under City Police Station around 10 a.m. today. The body is 5 feet 3 inches tall, lean and dusky complexion. The body has been kept at the Reims morgue for post-mortem. Accidents of killing and injuring people occur frequently on the Patsoi Kumbong road along the Imphal-Jiri highway due to reckless driving. Residents of the areas staged a sit-in protest at Kumbong Bazaar today, asking drivers to follow rules and regulations while driving. Placards inscribed with different slogans were held during the protest, organized by National Highway number 37 Clubs and Myra Paibis Association. A protest leader, Wahingbam Nodha, said, "Till now, 11 people have been killed in road accidents on the Patsoi Kumbong road from 2011. Many have been injured and maimed." She appealed to the people to drive carefully as there are many schools near Kumbong Bazaar.
Accident 2011 dagina koi kana hota ngasi phawda koi gi lambi matte asida pasoi police ki maning swai phawda pol bisi jaga mi taramathoi sigraban.
Moving on to some national and international news. 9 more bodies were recovered today from violence-hit Buxa district of Lower Assam, taking the toll to 32. The army has been called in and curfew imposed in Kokrajhar and Buxa districts of Assam after attacks by National Democratic Front of Bodoland militants. According to the police, heavily armed NDFB militants fired indiscriminately in the Balapara village of Kokrajhar on Friday morning, killing 8 people on the spot. Later, 12 bullet-riddled bodies were recovered from the Buxa district. On Thursday night, 3 members of a family were shot dead in Buxa. Shoot-at-sight orders were imposed on Friday night in both districts falling under the Bodoland Territorial Administration Districts BTAD area, which bore the brunt of the violence, police sources said. After the Election Commission said it was undecided on the appointment of the next Army Chief, a Bharatiya Janata Party delegation met the Chief Election Commissioner on the issue on Saturday. EC sources said that the present government should leave the appointment of Army Chief to the next government. The government had approached the poll panel earlier this week for a go-ahead on the appointment. Current Army Chief General Bikram Singh is due to retire on July 31st, and by convention, the successor is announced 2 months ahead of retirement. Army Vice Chief Lieutenant General Dalbir Singh Suhag was a front runner for the post, but the BJP had opposed his appointment. The BJP also questioned the government's hurry in naming the new chief, but the Congress said it can't leave the decision pending because it concerns national security. Afghan officials gave up hope today of finding any survivors from a landslide in the remote northeast, putting the death toll at more than 2,100 as the aid effort focused on the more than 4,000 people displaced. Officials expressed concern the unstable hillside above the site of the disaster may cave in again, threatening the thousands of homeless and hundreds of rescue workers who have arrived in Badakhshan province bordering Tajikistan. More than 2,100 people from 300 families are all dead. Naveed Forotan, a spokesman for the Badakhshan provincial governor, told a news agency. Villagers and a few dozen police equipped with only basic digging tools resumed their search when daylight broke, but it soon became clear there was no hope of finding survivors buried in up to 100 meters of mud. A new mystery has emerged in MH370's disappearance, with the Malaysia Airlines saying the lithium-ion batteries carried in the plane weighed over 200 kg, even as the cargo manifest released recently listed the consolidated consignment at 2.453 tons. About 2 tons, equivalent to 2,453 kg of cargo, was declared as consolidated under one master airway bill. This master AWD actually comprised 5 house AWD. Of these 5 AWD, 2 contained lithium-ion batteries amounting to a total tonnage volume of 221 kg. The balance 3 house AWD amounting to 2,232 kg were declared as radio accessories and chargers, the Malaysia Airlines MAS said in a statement last night. But this has not been disclosed before and is not stated in the cargo manifest, the Star reported. Many online home rental websites in Singapore include the words "No Indians, No People's Republic of China" (PRC), which is sometimes followed by the word "sorry." leading to increasing rental discrimination in the city. One Indian expatriate said his agent told him that many landlords would refuse to rent flats to him because Indians always cook smelly curries, BBC reported. Charlene, an estate agent, said it was common for landlords not to rent houses to tenants from India or China because such tenants are not people who are house proud. Many don't clean weekly and they do heavy cooking, so dust and oil collect over the months. They may use a lot of spices that release smells people don't like, Charlene added. Singapore is one of the ethnically most diverse nations, consisting mainly of Chinese origin people along with Malay, Indian and other ethnic groups. And now let's take a look at the top stories once again. DESAM organizes one-day discussion on water scarcity. Experts blame mismanagement of water policy for water scarcity in state. Thanks for joining us and do stay tuned to ISTV News.